Hey, what is up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is Stink Kramer with Brian the Grizzly, Brandman Brandon. What is up, guys?
Nothing much, man. It's been a good day. Been a good day.
Yeah, been Monday. So, what about you, Brandon? How you doing?
Good. Busy day.
Yeah,
Mhm.
good weekend, all that. All right, what we got? We got some people in chat. The View with Drew. What's up? How you doing? So, and then I got my cat who's gonna be bugging me throughout the entire show.
Look at him. The haircut, guys. It's fresh cut.
Yeah. So he's gonna be bugging me. Hopefully, it doesn't. Not too bad. But what we got going on? We got a couple reviews. Oh well, did you see SISU, Brandon?
I did not get around to seeing SISU.
Oh yeah.
I'm the only one.
I know, the only one.
I
we'll
saw
say
that. I saw all the Bel Air. I saw the finale of Bel Air. I watched Peter Pan and Wendy. That was good. This is a weekend. I was just catching up with stuff, man. I was just watching everything.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a fun time.
I got 2 more episodes. I had 9 and 10, I believe, right, for Bel Air, and yeah. So hopefully, maybe Thursday we'll just do a whole recap of everything. So for that, and then hopefully Sisu as well.
You gotta see the arc. So I was watching Out Sci-Fi. I watched that. I always watch it. Yeah, it's definitely sci-fi type of movie, like Sci-Fi Channel type of movie. Like, so it's not a lot of money put in it, but people are watching it. People are liking it. It's on Hulu. It's basically like the Earth is ending, and they've made like these arcs to go to a different planet, and then some ish goes down, and they're left with all their senior captains, senior management people are all gone. They all die, and they left just these young people, and they don't know if they're the last people on Earth, or last people, humans in the
world
universe. Yeah, universe.
Was that a WB show?
Also, it's a sci-fi, so Sci-Fi Channel.
Sci-Fi Channel. Okay, yeah. I remember seeing like commercials for it or something like that. But I definitely want to. From is on my watch list now, because I got episode 1. It's on MGM or something like that. So I had to figure out like how do I get MGM?
Use my Roku and then find stuff. So
yeah. Oh, there we go. We got. Cineview. Hey guys, I reviewed Sisu and it was awesome. And did you guys see Big George from? No, that's another one. It was awesome too. Saw both movies over the weekend. Made both reviews in the same day on Sunday. Nice. Yeah, I forgot about the Foreman one.
I didn't forget, but I just knew that Sisu was it. And then when I saw Sisu, I was like, I don't think I could watch another movie.
Jeez.
I wish I were interested in seeing Big George Foreman. Nothing in the trailers are doing it for me.
Well, I mean, his life is interesting, very interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember it. Like, I remember when we won back the title, looking like an old 45-year-old man who just hit like a ton. And like he punches and he's like blocking it like this, like like a giant Pac-Man. So I remembered all those things, and it was interesting.
Oh yeah, his life is definitely interesting. Just the trailers, unfortunately, are not.
Yeah.
I'll watch it one of these days.
Yeah. It's not on the top of my list, but it's on the list. Yeah, I'll watch it. But definitely Sisu, man. I was upset I didn't get to see it this weekend. I was supposed to go Sunday, and then Sunday I started feeling like really sick, so couldn't go Sunday. But that's on my list. So what else we got going on? There's a bunch of trailers, so we'll probably do a bunch of trailers.
I need us to see The Witcher. I want to see the teaser trailer.
The Witcher. There's a bunch of other stuff we have to get into. Early reviews of The Flash. From CinemaCon. Early reviews of Guardians. Our people are talking about it. And then just a bunch of trailers.
Equalizer 3, Transformers 1.
Anyway, I'll find all those. I had a list. But So real quick, so there's like a little like behind the scenes, I guess. Are we going Saturday?
I really want to go Saturday. I'm ready to go. So it's up to you guys.
Yeah, okay. Like the boss said it's good, so I'm free to go.
It's up to you, Brandon.
Tickets
For Guardians?
for
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con.
Oh shit! I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I can make it. I don't think I'm working this weekend.
Oh yeah, because you had to make sure you weren't traveling or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully we can do that because that's gonna be pretty cool. Because I didn't go to C2E2. You guys went to C2E2, so I got to get my kicks in, and then yeah.
So I'm all for it.
Yeah. Okay. Because then I'll get the tickets. They're like what, $40?
$40. Yeah.
That Foreman was a very poorest child, so poor that his entire family had to share a single hamburger. Yeah, well, that's how poor his family was. It's probably true too.
And
crazy.
now he has a lean, mean, fat grilling machine to make all the hamburgers you want, and it'll be healthy.
I had a George Foreman grill. I think I had one for a long time.
I have a George Foreman grill. I don't use it anymore, but it's still there.
Yeah,
underneath the cabinet.
I definitely had one.
Yeah, that was great. Now I got a Ninja grill, which is awesome. We got Kevin Davis. What's up? Sony Pictures will do well at box office with Spider-Man, The Equalizer, Craven, Ghostbusters. Then they have better year than Paramount Pictures.
Well, yeah, I think.
What did Paramount announce?
I mean, overall though, I just know that Spider-Man is I'm going to see it 10 times. I'm going to give it a lot of my money. The Equalizer looks amazing. Craven, not so much. And Ghostbusters, I think I love the last one, so I'm all for it. So I can't wait to see any of those things.
I'd be really surprised if Ghostbusters comes out this year because it feels like they just started filming it.
Yeah.
They're saying it's scheduled for like November. I think they said. There's no way.
They're not doing any special effects. They're using real ghosts, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only way.
I personally, a new Ghostbusters film is necessary. With the story of Afterlife, I think that they should have been the last Ghostbusters movie to end the series off with a bang. I think it was a little bit of both. I think it put to bed the originals, and now it's going to kind of revamp the franchise. So I'm cool with the.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I'm hoping that it looks good and turns out good because I mean I think the franchise deserves a nice chance to reboot.
Yeah.
You just want to see, especially I mean Paul Rudd was great. I mean they have good people that they're in it, so I'm hoping that's good.
Yeah. I'm looking at what Paramount announced. Mission Impossible.
Ooh.
Like that's gonna be a banger.
That's a bill right there, guys. That's a bill.
Yeah. Killers of the Flower Moon, Martin Scorsese film. So that's probably gonna do pretty good. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think that's gonna do pretty good. It looks fun. I like the new animation. I do.
Know if it's gonna do as well as you think. I'm not sure. I
think it'll do good enough.
Like I mean, a decent animated movie. I mean, I maybe makes $200 million. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, that's a real maybe. I'm not sure.
I think yeah.
Yeah, it's stayed. TMNT stayed consistently successful. That at the very least, I think it'll do decent. We'll see. I hope it's good. I like the idea of. I like the title Mutant Mayhem. It just promises a lot. Promises a lot of mutants. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I like the animation too. It's got like a Spider-Verse vibe to it. The only thing that I don't like that I've seen so far is that the whole glasses on Donnie bullshit is stuck. And I although I do like that they got like actual teenagers to voice the turtles, it's kind of off-putting that Donnie sounds like he's about 8. But it looks fun. I'd say overall it looks fun.
Yeah.
I really like the cast. The cast is really, really stacked.
All right.
Yeah. Well, real quick, talk about here's two movies with stacked casts. One I love, the other one I hate so much. So the first one from also Paramount is a prequel to Transformers, it's going to be an animated movie. Transformers 1, Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson. I think Brian Trey Henry is going to be Megatron. Keegan-Michael Key, John Hamm, Lawrence Fishburne. That's a pretty stacked cast, but it's all voices. So right, so you're like, cool. Rihanna announced a movie.
I don't.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead about Rihanna.
Yeah. So Rihanna is coming out with a movie, The Smurfs, and it's just called The Smurf, I think, and it's just gonna be she's Smurfette. So like, I think that could be cool because I'm assuming there's gonna be a lot of singing, whatever. Chris Miller is gonna direct it, and then the one that I hate so much, it's Paw Patrol, the Mighty Movie, right? Something I don't care about. It's for kids, whatever. Chris Rock.
That is going to make billions. Do you understand what Paw Patrol is?
No, I know that. I understand. But as a parent, luckily my son's not old enough to enjoy that yet. But as a parent, listening to the voices, oh my God, Chris Rock is in it, right? So I'm like, okay, he doesn't really change his voice. He voices Chris Rock. Like that's it. You know, he's only got one voice. Kim Kardashian and her kids are going to be in this movie as well as voice actors.
Really?
As long as they're not the main Paw Patrol, it doesn't matter. Chase.
I don't know anything about it. It's just like Kim Kardashian is like so monotone and just so.
No, but it doesn't matter if she's just a person that they're helping, because there's Paw Patrol is big money, dude. It's like it
is 100%.
And they make every movie they make does well. Like it's going to be. I mean, and you know what? And I'll probably see all of them, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So I mean, Paramount's got a nice, The Quiet Place, Day One, a prequel, a Bob Marley biopic. So. No,
but I think I agree. I still think that it won't do as well. I don't know. I can't wait to see what happens. But I think Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse makes. I'm going to throw out $500 million.
No, I see that.
I'm throwing an Equalizer 3. I'm gonna throw it's a big number. Craven is probably gonna do, even if it's bad, $350 million. That's a bad one. Ghostbusters probably gonna do another $500 million, if not more. So like when you start adding it up, we're talking about Sony's actually gonna make in 6 months billions of dollars.
Yeah, Sony is gonna have a good one, that's for sure. So he goes, I meant a new Ghostbuster movie is not necessary. Yeah. I still like it. I like the franchise enough.
Yeah.
Guardians 3 volume box office will do close to Wakanda Forever worldwide. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, because Guardians I think is more. Oh, see, that's not more loved. Maybe internationally, it's more loved than Black Panther, probably. Especially like China and Japan and stuff like that. Yeah,
for other reasons.
But from what the early things, we're going to talk about in a little bit. It's supposed to be like pretty good. Like
no,
really,
I heard
it's
gonna be great.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
No, it's gonna. The first two, you have to remember, made a lot of money.
Yeah.
So the second one made $863 million.
Yeah.
And it will take that type of number to really get to Wakanda. So like it will take that type of money. I mean, domestically, it only made under $400 million domestically. It made more internationally than it did domestically.
I can see that.
Yeah.
But,
and this isn't capitalizing on an actor who unfortunately passed away. So.
Right.
Don't open that can of worms. don't get me started. You know, I agree with you 100%. So let's just not go there.
Yeah, but yeah, you know, the first two were certainly no slouches, you know, which is really impressive considering, you know, people, you know, casual moviegoers, you know, outside of people like ourselves, didn't know who these characters were.
I wouldn't got this weekend.
Nice. I heard that one was a good one.
Awesome. That's
It's
awesome.
a reprint, right?
It's a reprint of the volume 3 or 1 through 5, basically, of his own comic. And it's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
I mean, I knew I had to read it before I watched Guardians, and Guardians I'm watching Thursday right before the show. Yeah, I'll be coming right back.
Nice.
So I'm going right away. I can't help it.
I'm going Friday.
For Single Day Mayo, I was like, I got other stuff to do, unfortunately. But
Yeah,
That's right. I forgot.
I'm going right after work, early Friday, specifically because it's Cinco de Mayo.
yeah.
Mm.
And the Cult Lord said they need vanilla ice and TMNT.
I still am a little upset that if they don't bring him back for this one, but they managed to get him back for the Bay produced Turtle sequel. You know, that did happen.
Oh, he wants it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was about to say,
Yeah.
what? I can see that because you can just have a guy singing "Go Ninja, Go Ninja." Like,
go Ninja.
Yeah. I can see something like that. That'd be stupid as hell, but it would fit the stupid aesthetic this movie's kind of going after. It's silly, not stupid, silly.
And then we got Kevin's
like,
Marvel will have a better year with Captain America: New World, and Deadpool 3 and Thunderbolts and Blade next year. A better year next year. I don't know, because I think Marvel's still gonna do okay. I wonder when they're throwing all these people in Captain America, what type of movie it's going to end up being.
Mm-hmm.
I worry about that. Deadpool 3 is going to make lots of money.
Yeah,
Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, Thunderbolts I'm not sure about, and I think Blade will make a lot of money too.
Although I just read an article though that today the Blade starts filming pretty soon. They just brought on another writer. Like, what are you guys doing? So like, it just all this news, not good news about directors and writers and rewrites, and Mahershala Ali is not happy. I was like, oh, I hope it all works out in the end, but usually that's not a good sign.
But when's the first one? I feel like, you know, the character itself is going to bring a lot of people in.
I think so. Yeah, that too. Mm-hmm. Let's see. What other trailers? I got Equalizer, Hunger Games, Transformers.
Did we see Dune Part 2?
Did we get a full trailer, or just I think we've got
It says first trailer. I thought we got, but I don't know.
We got first look.
First look.
Yeah, we've got like.
I'll be okay because, you know, I like Doom, so whatever.
Yeah. First
trying to look at what
Dune Part 1 was great. So I'm definitely.
What do you guys think about Moana live action?
No.
Yeah.
I'm kind of with you.
The
answer is no. We don't need that.
Yeah. These remakes are just. I'm so done with Disney and their remakes. It's going to be the same as pretty much all the others. You know, more often than not. Like I've said many times, they're just dull, uninspired, shot-for-shot remakes. Why does a Moana remake need to happen? That doesn't need to happen. Mm-hmm. Lilo and Stitch does not need to happen.
Yeah,
I'm not expecting too much out of Snow White. I'm not even going to bother with The Little Mermaid. I've decided.
Oh no, I'm seeing that, and it's okay. I'll see it like 15 times, so it's okay.
Well, yeah,
that's enough for just you.
I'm gonna let you two have fun with that. You guys can take that review. That and the Flash. I
might just do a review of my kids. What do you think about? I love it.
Yeah. that might be the best way to go. Like out of the theater reaction with your kids.
Yeah, as you know, yeah, nothing about the Little Mermaid, and I was trying to stay optimistic about it early on until I saw the latest trailer.
I know why you say it. I saw the look. It was problematic to say the least, but we gotta give it a chance.
Well, I'll let you guys give it a chance. But yeah, and just no, I'm not feeling Disney and their remakes anymore.
At least stop setting it in the past. That's the best thing. Stop setting in the past so we don't have the unfortunate, looks of things. It just doesn't make sense the way it looks.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just you can't do animals. Stop with the animals. I mean, we're gonna talk about talk about animals. Freaking my God. Okay, whatever. It's hard to make an animal lifelike and also show emotions and stuff like that. Like they learned that with Lion King. It was like, so you go even more in the paint with it, with like, all right, so we messed up with lions and animals. Let's go with sea creatures, fish and lobsters and those crabs. I was like, what are you guys doing? Like
such a bad idea.
Yeah. Especially like a flounder. There's like that has, an eye on each side of the head. It's like it's gonna look weird. It's gonna look weird.
Or Sebastian, a crab. Crabs are weird looking characters, and you think you're gonna have them look Disneyfied? That doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
Yeah. So, but like something like Peter Pan, where there's not a lot of creatures, there's no animals at all. Obviously you don't have that much of an issue because you're not doing a lot of CGI and stuff like that. But
we will talk about that later.
Yeah, we will talk about that later. What were you gonna say, Brandon? Sorry, cut you off.
No, just Sebastian, just to me. And then Flounder just friggin' looks like the offspring of like Nemo and Steve Buscemi. It's just really off-putting. Yep, I am not feeling it. I am not with the Little Mermaid remake. And originally, I was advocating for it early on, but just
I'll go and look and let you know. I'll let you know how it is. Let's catch up with some of these comments.
Yeah.
So I thought you were reading the cast list from Megalopolis by Francis Ford Coppola. Coppola. Yeah.
I don't get that reference. Sorry, man.
You guys never respond to my email about Chevalier, the film that the rare 10 stars. We can talk about that later film. Okay. I probably see it.
Yeah, I don't check the email account enough. So I'll go on. I'll check it out. I'll get back to you.
So we got that.
Right.
Spoiler Kings on your screen. What's up, Tony?
What's going on, Tony?
Hey, it's Tony Robinson from West Memphis. All right, I see you. All right. And then what's up, Xavier? I am so afraid they'll mess up Blade. Dude, you have to be afraid. I mean, it just does not. The news coming from the screen, from the film, just doesn't sound good. And how can you start filming something when you're not done writing? Like it's almost like you have a deadline and you're rushing it. And anytime you have a deadline, you rush something, never turns out well. I mean, it sounds like Star Wars. That's episode 10 and 11. So like, or 8 and 9. When you rush it, it just does not turn out the way you want it to turn out. So I worry about that too.
Yeah, it just seems like a trouble production, especially when there's those many script rewrites. And Mahershala Ali was said to be upset that there was only like one action scene or one fight scene in the original draft. And
it's like, it's Blade. If you're not killing people with swords and being a badass, then what's the point of the movie?
What's the point?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah. Xavier says Moana live action remake equals a soulless cash grab.
Exactly.
Starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Rock fan. I'm a fan. dude, this is terrible. I was like, for what
Yeah,
reason?
it's
Reason?
it's like, why? You know, they're not going to top the original. The original was great as is. You know,
Mhm.
Disney didn't learn their lesson with the Lion King. There was no topping the original Lion King. No way, no how. You know, like I've said in the past, there was a reason they put that movie out on the 25th anniversary of the original. They just wanted to exploit nostalgia. That's all they're doing with these drab, soulless remakes.
Yeah,
It's getting pretty tedious at this point, and it's very clear that they don't have any ambition other than just to cash in on nostalgia. That's all
that's
this
what you
Little
do.
Mermaid is going to do.
I don't know. So when you realize that the Little Mermaid hasn't been around since 1984, so
89.
Was it 89? Because I felt like I was younger. But whatever, my kids have never seen the movie or haven't seen a live or a redone movie like that. So when it's that old, I feel like you have room to remake it sometimes, especially because you bring it to a new generation.
Well, if you're gonna do that, put ambition into it. Nothing about this seems ambitious. They're just crapping it out sideways, just for the sake of crapping it out sideways. Nothing about it looks like, even comparing it to the original. The original is almost 35 years old. It's still.
I thought it was too hard. I think it's too hard to pull off so many animals, and the fact that animals are such a major part in that thing, it's so hard to do. I don't know how it's going to be possible. But
the Jungle Book did it.
But they did it. They made it animal, but gave the animals like emotions in the face, though.
Yeah,
exactly.
They kind of kept the face cartoony-ish.
Exactly. So, do that here.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can do that with a crab.
Yeah. They did it with a bear and a snake.
Because he's a bear. Trust me, bears work.
You can't do it with a crab.
Disney recent films Cruella, Jungle Cruise have failed at box office. I agree.
And both of those were fun movies. Cruella and Jungle Cruise were they weren't great by any means, but they were fun enough where I didn't hate myself when I was done watching it.
Yeah, they were both. Those were some of well, I can't really call Cruella a remake. But I had fun with Jungle. But I had fun with it. I had fun with Jungle Cruise. It kind of reminded me of Romancing the Stone a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. That's a very good call.
Jungle Book was like one of the few Disney remakes I actually enjoyed. But yeah. It was
Jungle Cruise with The Rock and putting a mustache on him. And then say I'm another person, and
he's a Spaniard. I was like, okay,
it was a fun movie. I liked Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Tony said Flounder and Sebastian look like Red Lobster specials.
That's funny.
They're the 2 for $20. Flounder and crab.
Yeah. I don't want to look at Flounder and feel like I should be putting in between 2 slices of French bread with tartar sauce.
So, Under the Sea special.
Under the Sea special, I like it.
That's good. As I told you, I'm writing the script. I'm writing for The Land Before Time. Yes, Sinister of the Sky Rock. The PG-13 venture dramas. I've been taking inspiration for several films and a reality show too. I'm interested. I thought it was a great idea. So I'm all for it. So excellent news. I got the Blu-ray for Movie Warrior starring Joel Edgerton and Tom Hardy over the weekend. So I'm also and I also saw a source code starring Jake Gyllenhaal. Source code, huh?
Source code. Yeah, that's a great one. A couple years old. That was the time loop one where he's on the train. Takes place in Chicago, incidentally.
Okay.
That's a good one. I like time loop movies.
Kevin says white people are complaining because the girl is black.
No shit. Sure.
Wait. How about this? The fish. She's a fish. That's why I'm like, I don't care if she's black, white, or whatever. She's a fish.
Yeah, and it's not like her Ariel's skin color was instrumental to the character. I'm not sure why people are making such a big deal out of that.
The main part is that she was mermaid, and that's all. As long as you keep that part, I think everything will be okay. And people are complaining about all type of stuff, but
but I
it's just
liked
what it is.
all his daughters were like different colors and different hairs and different, like, because it makes sense. So like 7 daughters, 7 seas. So it's like, oh yeah, here's like all the different like daughters, from like the different areas that the seas like are at. So I'm like, oh, that was kind of cool. But
yeah,
I don't
know. That makes sense to me.
Triton certainly didn't discriminate, which is great in this version.
Hey, that's how it should be. Equal opportunity.
There you go.
I had fun with the live action Mulan.
I didn't.
I just didn't think it was necessary because I thought Mulan's another movie that you just didn't need to do right then. Like,
it had the approach was it was basically like kind of like it definitely had like a traditional war movie vibe to it, which was interesting. But there was no Mushu. Where's Mushu at?
That's the best part of the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't think it was without its moments necessarily. But yeah, just them kind of going down their whole catalog. That's the problem. Like, I'd like to leave, if they're going to remake these movies, I'd like to leave the theater and kind of be wowed or impressed. And it seems like more often than not, I'm leaving the theater or turning the movie off, just saying, oh, it had its moments, and that's about it. I'd prefer more than that.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of these remakes, though, it's like it's hard. It's almost impossible to not compare the remake with the original. You're giving it all the same character, same name, everything, all that stuff. So it's like, and now you're putting like whatever it is against a classic. It's like, how can you? It's almost like you're not going to win. Like,
Yeah, especially when more often than not, none of them are really even putting in the effort to even try something new.
I think that's part of the problem. If you do too new, people don't say you didn't stay to what it was, and if you do it too much like the old one, people say it's just the same remake. So why are you doing it over? So like it's hard to find a good medium in that.
Then what are you doing remaking it?
Because you got to make money.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And what I always say is that the world. I always say the world. You want to follow what they're doing? Follow the money. We'll see in the Flash. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. Hailey Bailey does not deserve the hate all for being cast as the Little Mermaid. People just want this to fail because the lead is black and people don't like it at all.
Yeah.
No, I don't like the fact that it looked really, really weird when she had her scarf on and she was riding in the back of the stagecoach, and it looked very much like a slave type of piece. I didn't like that part. I was like, whoa, okay, that's a little bit too much for me. But I'm sure my kids won't even notice that. But it is still staying very true to what it was. But when you change race, sometimes those things look different.
Mm-hmm. It might be better in context as well, rather than just a still. Because here's a still, you're like, oh, like that's not a great picture, But when it's in the video, it might be a little bit more understanding, and stuff like that, But yeah, I mean, people right away hated it, but meanwhile, like, everything else about this movie doesn't look well, except for Hailey Bailey or Halle Bailey. Yeah, because she sounds amazing. Every time you hear any singing in that from her, you're like, holy crap! Like that's insane. It was so great.
I'm not familiar enough with her as an actress to say anything about that. But yeah, she's a great singer. So they definitely did good with that. But yeah, the uproar about her skin color is really ridiculous to me. It's nothing that was vital to the character of Ariel. Just as long as they stick true to the character, just being naive and impulsive and a bit of an idiot. They're good with the character. But yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna wait for it to drop on Disney Plus personally. So
I don't know. If I could tell you that it's a great movie, then you need to just go see it. But it's one of those that you don't know what it is until it comes. So
you know what the casting does remind me of as a whole. The colorblind casting. It reminds me of that the ABC Cinderella movie from like the late '90s with Brandy, and it had a diverse cast, and I liked that. I like
Hamilton. It reminds you of Hamilton. So
Yeah.
but that's why I'm saying. So give it a chance. That's why I saw things I don't like about it personally, but I'm willing to give it a chance to see where we go from there. Just see. Maybe they save the day, and Sebastian is not not as bad as it looks.
Yeah.
But it's the music. The music has to hit. The Little Mermaid has some of the best songs that are performed by the animals, and that's going to be really hard to really stick the landing.
Under the Sea is going to look so weird coming out of that version of Sebastian.
Under the Sea, Kiss the Girl. That's going to be like, you have to stick these landings. There's certain things you cannot mess up, and those are things. Those are it.
Yeah, Under the Sea is gonna be really weird. Like we said, it might be weird because of Sebastian, and also it's a very colorful, vibrant. Like everyone from the ocean is there playing and singing and stuff. It's like, but everything we've seen underwater is all murky.
Very
so
dark.
it's like, what are you gonna do about that? So
yeah, that's what's really throwing me off. It should look vibrant and just really colorful, full of life. Everything just seems so murky and flat. Unfortunately, like I've said a couple of times, we got spoiled by James Cameron's underwater effects in Avatar: The Way of Water.
Yeah,
give
me $15 billion to do something.
Yeah, like that.
I can make it happen too, man. What you talking about?
He set the standard.
I'll create a fish that looks just like Sebastian. Everything you need.
Like a robot.
So
it's weird. Flounder is underwater, but still looks dry.
Yeah, but it's funny because it's true.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
You say he looks ashy. You call him ashy under the water. Oh my gosh, I wasn't ready for that. All right.
I'm kind of scared to see what I'm kind of scared to get a good look at what Ursula's what were her
eels
names? Yeah, what were
oh my god,
Flotsam and Jetsam.
Like that.
Yeah, I'm kind of because I know they're in it because you've seen kind of like brief glimpses of them in the trailer, but you haven't gotten like a really really good look at them. So
wow.
I'm kind of afraid to see that.
Okay, what could go wrong with the John Carter remake? They redid John Carter. Dude, I thought it was a great idea. They just didn't stick it.
They marketed it poorly too.
Yeah. I didn't know what the hell it was.
Yeah, because it's based and for whatever reason they changed the title, and a lot of people believe that may have been partially hurt it because the book it was originally supposed to be called John Carter of Mars.
Yeah.
Which, those were like what the Edgar Rice Burroughs titles were.
Yeah.
Why'd you just call it John Carter? Just call it John Carter of Mars.
So we knew what the hell we were talking about. We didn't know what it was going to be.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing. My grandmother, when she was alive, she loved a lot of that kind of like crazy stuff. I think she liked all that. And then she saw it. She's like, I don't like it. I was like, really? It's like something you don't like? So it was like,
I mean, you didn't do a good job.
Yeah,
that derpy here. I love Peter Pan and Wendy. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah,
and then
we're gonna get into that for sure today.
Isn't crazy that Guardians Volume 3 isn't far away from being released? I already have my tickets.
Same.
Yeah, especially after what happened with the behind the scenes drama of James Gunn being fired and then reinstated, and then COVID delaying the release and production, unfortunately. So yeah.
And then Gamora is not going to be used again, or
what's her name? Not coming back.
He said, "I'm not coming back as Gamora. I've done it for 10 years. I'm good."
Yeah, I'm gonna go do avatars for the next 10 years. Make real money.
Maybe, or maybe only for one movie.
Yeah, don't say that. I mean, she was barely in this last one, so
Wow, Tony, you really outdid yourself with this one. Kiss the Girl will be replaced with a new song called Consent.
That's funny.
Well, yeah, didn't they tweak the lyrics this time to avoid making it quote unquote problematic because they're afraid to?
Dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah. God, the way we got to step on eggshells just so as not to piss people off is farcical at this point, to say the least.
I don't know.
I didn't. Well,
I mean, be going. That's it. Also, I would like to be on for the Guardians next week if possible. We'll see. As long as we have a panel, we'll talk about it. But we gotta make sure because we gotta have content for us. Xavier said, "Leaving off from Mars hurt it a lot." I agree. I think it lost probably double. Like whatever it did half as much. If you would have said John Carter from Mars and we knew what the hell it was, people would have went out and saw it. It probably had a bigger weekend instead of just called John Carter. Like, okay.
It's too plain, and there's been other movies, like Get Carter, like it's just too plain of it. Like the From Mars puts that little cherry on top, kind of like, oh, okay.
But tells you what book you're looking from.
Yeah. Even if you don't know the books, it's like From Mars, so you're like, okay, is this a sci-fi kind of story? Like right off the bat.
Instead of John Carter, just call the movie the move Drake, and it will pass Super Mario Brothers.
Call the movie Drake.
It could. It probably would. Like, oh, Drake, we're gonna go see it. It'll be great in Canada.
Yeah.
Hello, Canada.
Right. Real quick. So I'm a big fan of Meat Canyon. He does cartoons making fun of random things, and he did one for the Super Mario Brothers movie, and it's pretty good. It was pretty funny, man. It's very stupid about it. So especially like for me who liked the movie but didn't think it was a masterpiece like everyone else thought, like I thought it was even funny because it was like, I don't know, it's just
made good fun.
Yeah, so go check it out. Go just type in Meat Canyon Super Mario Brothers, and it came out like a few days ago. It's really funny. The drawing is very crude and very I guess very offensive, like to your eyeballs, because the drawings are very weird. But it is a funny channel that makes fun of stuff like that. Yeah.
So as Tony said, men can't grab women in movies anymore and kiss them without fake backlash. Kiss the girl. Oh.
It's been a minute, but wasn't like Eric during that song kind of reluctant, and it was the sea animals kind of pushing him, trying to encourage him to just stop me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. He said, "Sha-la-la-la-la-la, don't be sad." Like when they're like going around in a circle and they're like trying to make him mesmerized and making their eyes sparkle and stuff. Yeah, man. It's a setup.
So if anything, Eric was the victim here. Potential victim here. But they're rewriting it to not so as not to make him sound like he's forcing himself on Ariel, when that was never the case anyway.
It's called entrapment. Entrapment.
Really?
Before we get into our trailers and our reviews, I was wanting to read the review real quick. It's like I took inspiration from Maze Runner, Logan, Indiana Jones, Wakanda Forever, even Survivor, etc. I took inspiration for a couple of Chomper X and Ruby fan flicks. Okay, and then the last one you had my TLBT sequels. I got inspiration from films like Maze Runner. Oh, it's the same thing.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, man, I was hardcore Land Before Time. Like when I was a kid, man. I'm talking about movies back then, like the original Land Before Time.
Oh, because the original.
Yeah, the original, the first one. Yeah, because they made all the sequels and spin-offs and this and that. But
the Land Before, I think it was like 13. I was like, oh man, the Land Before Time 13. Okay.
Yeah. But back then, man, they made cartoons, the non-Disney ones, like the kid cartoons. Man, those things traumatize you. Like, we're gonna kill everybody, and we're gonna make you like damn.
Yep. Yeah. Disney wasn't the animated movies. Not just Disney. Animated movies weren't afraid to go there.
No, yeah, they definitely went for we're gonna traumatize you. With it, there was that one director, I can't think of his but whatever. Yeah, Yeah. So real quick, did you guys watch Beau is Afraid or no?
No.
No.
Neither of you. Okay. Because I do want to do a review on it, and I might just do a solo one. Because I got a lot. Me and my sister were talking about it for like 20 minutes because she saw it by herself, and I'm like, and I asked her, "Did you see it?" She goes, "Yeah." And then we had the same opinions, and everyone I watch has the same exact opinion. So it's kind of interesting.
I want to see it with your sister.
Yeah. So I if you've seen it, leave a comment. I kind of want to know what you guys think about it. But hopefully I'll probably do a solo one sometime this week of it because that was
something, huh? Crazy,
man. That was a 3-hour anxiety panic attack.
I can't do that.
Yep,
that's too much for me.
Oh man,
yeah. Derpy says, like I said, possible. If possible, it's the start of summer movies. That's all, but 100% I'm getting on for the Flash, and the Snyder fans put it in the flush.
The flush.
And then he said, Doom Part 2 trailer drops tomorrow, apparently.
Nice. Heck yeah.
Oh, what? He said, I skipped his comment. I'm going to skip it next time. How about that? And then Tony said, so would this be the 100th Peter Pan movie that has dropped during our lifetime? I literally counted. It was 152. There's 152 Peter Pan movies that have come out since I was born, and this is number 152. So, hey guys, come on!
And only one good one.
Hook.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, we'll get into that. But yeah, well, hopefully the Dune 2 trailer drops because I am super hyped for that.
Same.
Super hyped for that.
Pretty
and talk about cast, man. They're bringing in like a Skarsgård, Lawrence Pugh is gonna be in it. So yeah. Oh man, I hope they go crazy like they do in the books.
It's one of my favorite ones. So yeah.
Yeah, all of them. So you guys want to do the review for Peter Pan first, or you want to watch a bunch of trailers, or you want to do some trailers review and then trailers?
Let's do 2 trailers. Review and then
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 8 trailers. If you want to do 8 trailers,
so let's
keep them short. I do want to do all of them, but yeah.
Let's do 3 trailers and let's do the review, and then we'll do the finished up with trailers.
All right. So we'll start off with like the Equalizer. All right, so I got a few that we can probably do.
Can we change our format, our layout, real quick to make sure we change the layout so we can do the movie the way we did before?
What do you mean?
Us 3 all at the top.
Oh yeah. I was gonna bring things in. See, it didn't really help with the Universal movies though. They're like, hey, we don't care. You guys suck. Yeah. I like that. That looks good.
I like it anyway. So
the only thing is like, it still stays there, which just suck. I was like, oh.
Well, it's okay. We can get these rest of these comments real quick.
Go for it. Well, you just click the button. It should be good.
Yes. So it's a Dune 2. They're still trying with the Garo. Yes, there's so Dune Part 1. This is Dune 2 Part 1. I think it is.
Yeah. We're saying that garbage? Is that what you were? I was like, what? They're still trying with that garbage? I was like, don't
go there, man. Let's know. Then Xavier said, Beau is afraid it's quite tricky ride.
Don't choose violence today. Don't choose it today.
not with Dune. Not with Dune.
Today is not the day. Today is not the day. I love this remake for someone that loved the original. I actually love this vision. It could have went further because of the creative changes in the film. Disney should do a live action films to their lesser known animated films.
Agreed. Do Oliver and Company, Lady and the Tramp. Do stuff like that. I feel like you can.
Lady and the Tramp would be a problem.
Well, remember, they already did Lady and the Tramp.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah. Shit.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Transformers.
No, yeah, that's on our list.
Yeah, the new Mission Impossible trailer also says Part 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
It does, and they said that though. They said they're going to release this year and one next year. Is it next year or is it 2 years?
Next year.
Good question. I think it's next year.
I think they're about to start filming it if they have not already. But yeah, it's going to be a 2-parter, Dead Reckoning.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless they, I think that's what they said. It's gonna be 2-parters.
Love the Mission Impossible movies, especially since 3. They've just constantly been on an upward trajectory, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting that they used to switch directors for each movie, but now ever since Rogue Nation, they've kept the same director because he was the one who really kind of introduced the Syndicate and
cool stuff.
So yeah. Well, I'm always game for Mission Impossible. It's one of my favorite franchises.
Before we let Tony say, I feel Disney should have done a Lion King 3. Mm-hmm. I would love to see the follow to some of the characters. I would rather that than Lion King 1.
Yeah. I wanted to see, rather than them remaking The Little Mermaid, they should have just made a sequel, like set decades later. Ariel is regretting her decision. Ariel's regretting her decision to be part of this world. I would pay good money to see that, and just her just getting dunked on, like, yeah, you regret your decision now, don't you?
Oh man, that's terrible. Excellent News made a review for the Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Already? See, I don't want to watch a review. I don't mind like having some non-spoilery, like things they're like, oh, it's, this and that. Yeah, like John Campea did one, and it was very, very basic, and he was just like, it's very emotional, like very non-spoilery, which I like.
I want to go in and enjoy it. I want to be able to see it for the first time and not know what's going on sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like it spoiled.
So my only complaint for the Peter Pan remake is that it's made in 1953. The Jungle Book was 1967. It should have gotten the Jungle Book treatment in the theaters, not Disney Plus. People want to go and see this in the movie theater.
I don't think so. Uh-oh. And you click a button and that was it. Mission Impossible 7, 8, 9, 10. All the way to 30.
Disney didn't like that when I said that.
I know.
Like, oh, really?
You clicked the comment and you logged off. Like Tom Cruise would. No, yeah, Tom Cruise is gonna make Mission Impossible movies till he's freaking dead.
Yep.
Literally. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm good with it. I'm good with that franchise. Like
he's gonna be 75 years old, running with his shirt off, diving off of cliffs.
Right.
Yeah, dude's a friggin' machine. I'm looking forward to what crazy stunts he does in this one and Dead Reckoning Part 2. These movies are part showcase reels for Tom Cruise to do crazy shit. I'm here for it.
Isn't that real life too?
Yeah, this is just another Wednesday for him.
Exactly. He's like, this is what I did on Wednesday. We filmed it this time.
I jumped off a cliff in my dirt bike. All right, we'll watch some trailers, then we'll get into the Peter Pan.
Sounds good. Let's do keep this short so we can.
Yeah, we could do like 10 minutes max. So try to keep an eye on the clock. Where we at? Cool. All right, welcome to Spoiler Kings. Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly. I'm Tank Kramer, and we're gonna watch some trailers for tonight's live show. The first one on the list, The Equalizer 3. We're watching the official Red Band trailer, so get the good one.
Man, you can't have those old guys killing everybody.
All right, so let's check it out, and then let's talk about it a little bit. Hold on. And I got it flipped. Hopefully the flip kind of helps.
9 seconds. That's what I'll give you to decide your fate.
Ciao Roberto.
Roberto, tell me, what did you do back home?
Government work. I'm retired. I understand pain, death, for you.
Come sta?
Va bene. Because of these people, I'm beginning to understand real peace.
Roberto, this is my wife. Ciao, ciao. Oh.
And I'm starting to believe
Ciao, Gianco.
They see you as one of us now.
this is where I'm supposed to be.
Oh shit.
What happens here happens in many towns. The mafia. They're like cancer. No cure. Who said you could come here?
You should stay out of other people's business.
Whatever it is you and your friends do it somewhere else.
You warning me?
I'm preparing. Is that a Timex?
No, it's a movie.
That's the median nerve that I'm compressing. That's a level 3. If it goes to level 4, you will shit on yourself.
You seem like a man who understands violence.
I like this place. You can't take that from me.
I can take anything I want.
Police found multiple dead bodies on that farm in Sicily. Did you kill him?
9 seconds.
Oh, Jesus! And then he's gonna shoot it. Okay.
I know you guys haven't seen SISU. Yeah, that's what it is right there. That's type vibes you got for that movie, man. It's that something like that. Wow.
Damn. Yeah, because I mean, it really wasn't that violent until the very end. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I mean, people were dead everywhere. He just got his bodies all over the place. Denzel is a bad man. And it's even better. It's like Steven Seagal, but I actually believe him, and he's not a douchebag.
It's realistic. Yeah. John Wayne ain't got shit on me. Yeah. Oh yeah. Wait, you're right, Brandon.
Oh, what?
I don't know what you say.
He's talking about Brandon Davis.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think Denzel in the franchise is on a whole nother level from what you usually get out of him, because he's really, really great. Oh yeah, he's one of the best actors ever.
Get out of Denzel. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Denzel is a badass all the time.
Yeah,
like literally all the time. If you don't believe me, look at Malcolm X. And that's like 40 years ago, bro. So Denzel is a badass everywhere he goes in everything he does. So yeah, I mean, Training Day.
I was gonna say Training Day.
Like, come on,
Man on Fire.
Man on Fire. The Pelican. Like, come on, man. Everything he does is that great. It's new hotness for old dude.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Even
which,
Book of Eli.
speaking of which, nice Man on Fire reunion between him and Dakota Fanning.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I was gonna say
she's
Bear.
older.
She's gonna call him Creasy Bear.
I always had a problem where in a sequel they go to another country like Wolverine and Ghost Rider. Yeah, it kind of makes sense though with this one though.
Yeah, no, he had to get out of the country. He killed everybody.
Yeah. And you know, with a character like Wolverine, you got to understand like him globe trotting and pretty much being everywhere in his like 100+ years he's lived. That was you know, it expanded the character's you know, his backstory and history. So I was good with that. You know, even reading the Frank Miller forgot the exact title of that comic when he was in Japan, but it's like one of the better Wolverine stories.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like stuff like that. It boils down to how you how you execute it.
Yeah.
I disagree, Derpy, 100%.
Which one?
All I'm saying is TMNT will be still banking when this drops.
No way.
Dude, this is going to make double what TMNT makes. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
TMNT is already because I already see a lot of like people saying they're not going to see it because it looks stupid, and they're like Ninja Turtle fans.
Yeah.
If you're an action fan, you're gonna like it. If you're a Denzel fan, you're gonna like it. If you're just a person who likes seeing badass being a badass, like John Wick, like it's gonna be good.
Sometimes you want to see your hero, your bad guys just be actually bad guys, and your good guys be almost bulletproof, and that's just an enjoyable experience. And that's what you're gonna get with this movie. He just be a badass and just be killing everybody, and that's what you want.
Yeah. It looks. He stabs him in the eye with the gun. I don't even know if that's possible. And then it looks like he's gonna shoot through it. They didn't show that though. They didn't show that, but that's coming.
That's so good.
And that's what it says. Steven Seagal looks like he eats burritos for breakfast with milkshakes every morning. Yeah,
he does.
Yeah,
and he's a douchebag.
Yeah. He really is. Like, if you want like some good stories, look up like him on SNL, and like all the stories of everyone that worked on SNL that day was like he was the worst person ever.
Michael Jai White had some really good stories about it. Working with Steven Seagal and said, "Oh, did he hit you?" He said he knew he better not, because I would have killed the old man right there. I would have took out his heart and showed it to him.
Don't fuck with Spawn. Yeah, no, this looks like a real action movie. But I mean, I don't know if Denzel can actually do that in real life, but it's pretty bad.
Does it?
Yeah, I like it, and I think this one's gonna be more about his piece. You know what I mean? Because it seems like the other ones are a lot about like, trying to think, like saving other people, right?
It was also his inner demons that he was talking about a lot, and now it feels like he's at peace, and now he's fighting for these people to have that same peace. Yeah.
So, and it's hard. It's like, who doesn't want to like want to see like the bad, like you said, the bad guys really get destroyed. Like the evil cartel, gangbanger kind of guys just ruining normal people's life. Like, like it's the ultimate bad guy kind of in the real world, and he's gonna destroy them all, which is gonna be awesome.
I think that's the problem that we have in a lot of these movies coming out now. The bad guys are so multifaceted that you don't really get true bad guys. Sometimes you just want the bad guys to be bad and your good guys to be great. And that's what this is gonna give you. Bad guys be bad, good guy will be altruistic and kill everybody and win. That's what I get.
Yeah. So, any last words, Brandon? Wow, Brandon.
And that is the word that Brandon left us with.
He might have froze.
There he is. There you go.
What's that?
Any last words before we move on? Like super delayed.
No.
You good?
Right. I feel like this is with the Equalizer. This is only gonna end one way. Like the end thing now is in the final chapter, the hero dies.
He did on Man on Fire. Man on Fire.
Yeah.
But I think Denzel won't just die. I think he'll murder. He will like, I'm gonna murder me to murder you. Like he's gonna kill himself in order to kill the bad guy. Like he shoots it through himself to kill the real bad guy. Like
save the little girl.
Yeah. Like I couldn't find a way to kill you, get to you any other way. But I will shoot through my own body and die to kill you and shoot you in the eye. Like that's gonna be that great.
Yeah. This poster's awesome. Where it's like him, and then it's like the whole justice is blind type of thing underneath. Even justice knows no borders. Like it just sounds awesome. It's gonna be a fun, stupid, fun movie. Yeah. It's gonna be super violent. It's gonna be a good one. But cool. We're gonna move on to another trailer. If you're live, stick around. If you're watching live, thank you, appreciate it. Leave a comment and let us know what you think about the Equalizer 3. Do you think it's gonna be another good one like the other two? So leave a comment, let us know. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Also share the video. It helps us out a lot. But stay tuned. We are gonna do some giveaways pretty soon, we're gonna announce the giveaways pretty soon. We're gonna say that. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. But we are gonna talk about something else. Another trailer. All right. Let's jump into another trailer. So our next trailer, this should be a pretty simple one. We are going to talk about The Witcher season 3.
Yes.
I know. Brian brought it up. All that stuff. The last of what's his name? Of Cavill.
Henry
Cavill.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
and people are saying this is the end of The Witcher. I don't care. It's an unofficial end of The Witcher.
Yeah, we'll see.
Can't say it.
Yeah. I really don't care for Liam Hemsworth replacing him. I was like, you go what?
I'm fine with him, but he's a weird choice to replace Henry Cavill.
Yeah, very much. But let's check out the trailer and then talk about that. All right. It's just that super square jaw that just makes him look badass and everything.
For the first time, I understand real fear.
Geralt? Jennifer?
Siri!
Go. Two-parter.
I'm in. Thank you.
Yep.
Whatever.
Yep. That was enough for me.
Yep. That's all I need. Yeah. I remember. So The Witcher is just one of those things I love. I enjoy watching and breaking down. Henry Cavill is just so badass. Jennifer, I love her too. Like I'm all for him being to feel like a father and protecting his young. And this is what this whole year has been about. Come on, The Last of Us, The Mandalorian.
The dad's protecting the adopted kids.
The adopted kids, exactly. So this is what it's going to be right down that thing, and I'm willing to love it anyway.
Yeah. This one looks good. It's a two-parter, so I'm like, which I hope Netflix does that a little bit more often. Like you're like, oh, here's a little bit. Watch it, and then here's the rest of it, because they're not going to ever do like a weekly release. I don't think that's ever going to happen, but doing a split like this, like a month apart, I believe, June 29th and then July 27th. Yeah. So I like it. I want more of that, but yeah, I'm into it. I really don't know what to expect. I assume the Wild Hunt is the next, like what they're kind of getting at.
Talk about for such a long time.
Yeah, but it's like everything changes. So, but I wonder if she becomes the main character going forward. Yeah, of
course, everything changes. Henry Cavill's about to be replaced by an actor who has some pretty big shoes to fill.
Yeah,
it's like trying to put on your dad's shoes when you only got size 5 foot. And he was a size 15. That's the type of big shoes we're talking about.
Is he not gonna be able to lift the sword? I can't lift. Just a little dagger.
He's like, that was really heavy. I didn't know you was this heavy.
Yeah. I hope things are good, but just the reason why Cavill left is like, what do you call it? Creative differences, I believe.
Yeah, he didn't like the fact that they're not following the character the way it should be.
Yeah. So, which kind of sucks, but if this is it's not the last, but I am excited.
I think it's the last. It's pretty much. I think that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna realize they're gonna release it, and then Netflix is gonna be like, "Yeah, that was the last."
I think they do season 4, and then they realize like,
yeah, they do it, and they release it, and then no one sees it, and they're like,
No,
"Oh yeah, we'll just kind of sweep this under the rug and not talk about it."
Just erase season 4 from the catalog. Yeah,
this never happened.
Yeah, but yeah, just the sword, shining at the end. I thought it was really cool. Yeah. So
the sword was awesome, but it just looks so cool because Henry Cavill's holding it. Like,
yeah,
like Liam Hemsworth's gonna pick it up, and it's all of a sudden gonna be dull and not shiny and everything. It just sucks all immediately. So,
yeah,
it's not fair.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I don't know. It looks good. I mean, the way that last season ended, I'm sold.
Yeah,
I'm sold.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Was that I don't envy Liam Hemsworth for taking on that role. Yeah.
I mean, I know you got to eat, but sometimes you just got to say, walk away. Say, no, you ain't doing it to me again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you.
I mean, imagine if his brother like trains him and like gets him like super beefed up.
He'll just say, "You're not Henry Cavill."
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Like you were married to what's her name? Miley Cyrus. All your credibility's gone.
So you think you're gonna be good? It doesn't matter what you think. You're not Henry Cavill. I'm telling you, that's what it is. You need The Rock doing that all the time.
Yeah, so you're saying the Cavill just comes in and rock bottoms him. So
hang on 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
All right. I'll pay for that.
Broom down. The one thing I was kind of curious is like now that he kind of lost all his roles, does he come back? Does he try to come back and try to like, all right, listen, guys, let me come back and do this. I mean, he is doing the Warhammer thing now, but
he could go do some other stuff,
Who's married to that Miley No Booty? Liam right? Yeah, it was Hemsworth. Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Plot twist.
Who is this? Zack Snyder? Everyone's a Kryptonian.
Oh man! It's all his death was actually the beginning of Superman.
Yeah. But oh man, and I don't know. I mean, it's a little teaser. It's not a full on trailer, so we don't get too much.
This is what I want. Looks. I like that. I'd rather have teaser trailers than trailer to tell me everything about what the story is.
Oh man, I forgot about this dude. It just lights everything on fire.
Yeah,
forgot about. Yeah.
So I'm down. I'm excited to see what we're going to get from it.
Yeah. I'm excited too. So, but we can probably move on. And then when wait till Brandon comes back. But yeah, it's a teaser, so there's not much to talk about besides just getting hyped for it. It comes out next month, so about almost 2 months. The rest of them we got to get to the end of next month. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Witcher was always one of my favorite ones right off the bat. I always enjoyed it.
I have to figure out 3 days to watch all the first part.
All the first 3 seasons or first 2 seasons.
I'm like, all right, I'm gonna watch this all over, and then I'm gonna binge it all in one 24-hour period. I'll binge the entire first half of the season.
Yeah, you get it. But yeah, I don't know. That's our kind of like thoughts on this little Witcher season 3 teaser. But leave a comment. Let us know what you thought. Are you gonna binge the first 2 seasons like Brian is? But leave a comment. Let us know what you think about Witcher season 3 and what do you think about Cavill. This is it. This is the last time we're gonna see him. Sad. Yep. Cry face.
Oh, man.
But cool. But let's move on to another topic. So if you're watching live, stick around. We're going to watch some more trailers. If you're watching on replay, thank you. Appreciate it. Hit that sub button. Hit that like button. Share some of the videos if you don't mind. And stay tuned. We're going to announce some giveaways for the big 1,000 subscriber contest coming up soon. But cool. Let us move on to our next trailer. Brandon dipped out.
Evil is on board.
So I got for sure some other ones that we want to watch. Like Hunger Games, Transformers, we'll watch probably later, and then Insidious, The Red Door. That trailer came out for that, which I know how you feel. There's one that came out. I don't know if you saw it. The Last Voyage of the Demeter, I believe so. It's basically a Dracula movie. And
let's go. I want to see that. I like Dracula. Those things are.
I can feel him. It looks really good. I didn't watch all the trailer. I saw some clips. I'm like, ooh, but it's basically like Dracula. His casket is on this boat, and they're in the middle of the ocean, and he just has fun.
Terrible decision. Your decision making skills are revoked. Oh my god.
Yeah. But it is a Universal trailer, so I'm going to try to do the flip and see if that works.
Let's do it anyway.
Universal
let's flip
sucks.
it and let's just watch it, man. I just want to enjoy. Sometimes
The Last Voyage my mother told me about. Oh yeah. It is yeah. What was it? Started Nymphomaniac. That shit wild.
Nymphomaniac, yeah. Yeah.
Just the title of it. You know what you're getting into. But yeah, this Last Voyage is what was it? Low-Key Cave. I watched his reaction to it, a part of it, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, I need to actually watch this trailer. So it's been out for a little while. It's been out for about 2 weeks now, but so we're a little late to the party.
Well, I just want to see the party.
Yeah. So this one's gonna be flipped. We're gonna flip it. All right. Hopefully Brandon comes back. But we'll check out this one, then we'll get into the review. All right, welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Tim Kramer with Brian the Grizzly, and we're going to check out a trailer that came out a couple weeks ago, The Last Voyage of the Demeter, I believe it's called. It is a Dracula scary movie. It looks good.
And I'm going to watch it, guys, and maybe we'll get through the whole trailer. I don't know.
Yeah. Let me make sure the settings look good. 720. Cool. Let's check it out. Change that. There we go. All right.
Evil is on board. Powerful evil.
We call him Dracula.
Voyage.
The isolated, closed-in setting is already like the scariest thing about that movie.
Yeah. It really changes like the things like you can't run away. Where are you gonna go? Like yeah. So yeah, I thought
being
that
a
was
black
cool.
man on that ship should be against the rules.
With it, yeah.
He should have known better. Like he deserves what's coming to him, man. He should have known better. Please don't just jump on the ship like that. Come on, man. This is with Dracula. What?
Oh no, sorry.
With Dracula? All right.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is like, do they know? Because it's like I guess they don't ask the question like what's on the cargo, as they hinted. Vampires and shits. Yeah. It's and then I like it's not the Dracula we're kind of used to where he's a man and very like like speaks like very elegant and like like a fancy kind of person. Like, oh no, this is the monster version, with the wings and all that crazy shit. I was like okay,
like Man Bat.
Yeah. So I was like, but I wonder if we're gonna get that version of Dracula maybe at the end or something. Like he's transformed back into his human form and he's all like, like walking off the ship and it's just him.
They're like, how did you survive? I don't know. I was lucky, I guess. And he turned back around and realized that's Dracula.
Yeah. Yeah. This one, yeah, man. I don't know. I like a good scary one, and this one was pretty scary.
Yeah.
Just this scene right here of him lighting it, and then it's just like, I don't even know what that is. That's just scary. Like, it can be a crazy homeless person on drugs, like it's so scary. Yeah, but he looks like malnourished, or is it me? Like he's like skinny and
because he's probably been in his casket all the time. That's why he's eating livestock and trying to regenerate.
Kind of like Nosferatu.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's a good call on it. But yeah, just the one scene with that's just that sold. I'm in.
Does it look like a scroll?
Tied into Marvel. Yeah. So, although it sucks, the dog dies.
Yeah,
so not the dog.
I can't do dog violence.
Yeah, there is a website called doesthedogdie.com.
Yeah,
and it will tell you if any animals are killed in the movie. So not literal, but the character of the dog. Because just make that clear. Looks like Universal is trying to slowly redo the Universal monsters. I'm all for that. Please do
Having
it right.
Good stories with it too. That would be great.
Yeah. And Brand said, Scotty resigned crew because he didn't know the cargo on the Enterprise.
Yep, that's a smart man. I don't know everything. I ain't going. Like putting snakes on a plane. Come on, man. I need to know what's
because he didn't know Doctor Strange was on board. With the con.
Yeah,
that was a good one. Yeah, I don't know. Are you guys gonna check this one out?
Dude, I didn't think I would, but I'm interested. I'm very interested.
Yeah. Because I know you said vampires don't scare you.
Know why? Because once again, I could fight it. If I hit it, I think I could win. I've seen enough Supernatural. I feel like I got it. Give me a machete. Give me a stake. I think I got this.
Like Casper, I don't want anything part of it.
No.
Dracula, I got him.
I got him. Call me Van Helsing, Brian. I got this.
Yeah. So this one looks really good. What about you, Brandon? Checking this one out?
Yeah, I'll check this out.
Yeah.
I like I think it said August, right?
Yeah, August
11th.
I like horror movies when they I think setting is something that's really important to me. And I like that sense of dread when there's no escape. A lot of this kind of reminds me of think what you will of the movie itself, but 30 Days of Night, I like the concept of it. It's kind of reminded me of that. I like those kind of vampire stories like that where it's in kind of like one set place. So I think it'll be worth a look for sure.
Yeah, especially like because even like the 30 Days movies and stuff like that, there's places to hide. You're in like a city or in a little town. You're on a boat, man. There's literally nowhere to hide. So yeah, that's and then it's a storm and all that. So it just looks cool. Brandon Davis said, "I'm deaf on this for sure." And then Tony said, "The Invisible Man was a hit, so this might be one as well." I did not like The Invisible Man.
Really?
Like at all. I didn't like the ending. I didn't like the actors that I didn't finish it. I couldn't even finish it. I looked up how it ended and I'm like, okay, I'm good. And I turned it off like halfway through.
I liked there are elements of it I liked. I think if they kind of went more traditional like Invisible Man story, it maybe would have hit a little harder for me. But the way that they went with it wasn't bad. But I know they pulled the plug on it being like the traditional Invisible Man story when they pulled the plug on the proposed Dark Universe. Unfortunately, when that came up, Tank, which would have been unfortunate. I would have loved to have seen how that panned out. Yeah.
It just that first one was a dud with the Mummy, and they were like, "We're done."
Yeah. It's too bad. I would have loved a Universal Monster shared universe.
It would have been cool.
Yeah.
But once again, so you have a character that we remaking and stuff with a new story. So at least you're giving me a new story, not remaking the same thing. So this is something different that I'm interested in. I want to see what happens. I want to see if any of them make it.
Yeah. I don't.
You get Dracula in England. That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could set something up bigger. And then the next movie he meets another monster. I don't know who's in England. Werewolf.
Yeah. And then that's the underworld. That's where it began, right there, guys.
With it. But yeah, I saw. So shout out to Loki Cave, because I saw this. I saw him and his co-host watching this on their stream. I was like, oh damn, we definitely watching this. And then some. Pretty good. But cool. Let's move on to our last topic of the night. Oh my god, I am so like off today. Not our last topic. Our main topic of the night.
Yes.
So stick around if you're watching live. We're gonna start our main topic, our main review of the night. If you're watching on replay, make sure you hit the subscribe button. You can join us live and be part of the show, like Brandon Davis and Tony were, and Xavier. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit that like button so we know that you like what we're doing over here. But we are out. We're gonna check you out on the next one, and yeah, cool.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, I don't know why I bring fart.
He said, that's a hot take.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
Now, that's a hot take. Invisible Man was a flub story about abuse with an iconic dinner scene that went viral online. It made $144 million on a $7 million budget.
No, it crushed it at the box office. I don't care for that actress. And about halfway through, I think me and my girlfriend were both like, I think I know how this is gonna end. So we looked up the ending and we're like, okay, yeah, I was right, and then we turned it off. It just. And I'm not saying it wasn't a very, profitable movie. It was extremely profitable.
Just not entertaining to you.
It didn't catch me. And I like that stuff, man. Yeah, Elizabeth Moss. I don't care for her. I just don't. She's good in A Handmaid's Tale, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan. And I think she's like a Scientologist too, so I could be wrong, but never know. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Elizabeth Moss is. She's fine. As an actress.
I mean, I don't hate her. I mean, she's not a kind of actor or actress that I would skip if I see her like playing something. But I'm just not a big fan of what.
I agree. I'm not huge. I'm not a huge fan. I mean, what's the other one? The Handmaid's Tale, of course.
Handmaid's Tale is pretty good.
Mad Men, Girl Interrupted.
Coincidentally, fun fact about her: she was she was the voice on when she was like a really little girl. She voiced an episode. She was a voice actress on an episode of Batman the Animated Series, which featured a guy using an invisibility suit.
No shit.
Only to go on and be in the Invisible Man movie.
That's funny. I didn't know that. And she got it says she was Frosty Returns in '92. I was like, I don't know about that one, but yeah. There's nothing else she's really been in that I'm like, oh my god. Yeah.
I mean, she was in Girl Interrupt. She was in Us, but she's not the main star of any of those.
Yeah. So, like I said, I don't hate her. I'm just not a big fan.
Yeah, I'm fine with her.
But I didn't like her in The Invisible Man. I think that's what probably just I don't know that she was in Us. Yeah, but yeah, that's why I was like, I watched it at home once it came out on DVD or streaming, and I'm like, all right, let's see what the big deal is. Everyone's talking about how great it is, and got into it, I'm like, oh yeah, nah, I'm good. Then real quick question: do you prefer more recent Mission Impossible movies to the first three? Even 3 is a good movie.
Dude, we were just talking about that.
I know.
I like the first three.
Yeah,
Really?
I really got into them starting at 3. I thought the first two were decent, but I think the third one is really where it found its footing.
I thought Mission Impossible 1 was amazing. Dun, 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 dun. And then it got better and better and better. But I think I wouldn't, because I was into Mission Impossible. It wasn't like this my first go around with knowing the genre.
Yeah.
And I like what they were doing. I love the original crew. I think it was a great job. So I liked 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. I like them all. I think the first 2, they didn't seem really as much like espionage movies as they did from 3 moving forward. The first one was definitely it was like a mystery kind of whodunit. The second one was more of like a straight up action, John Woo movie. But like the third one, that's when they really started feeling like spy movies first and foremost to me. Liked them all, but I think they really started hitting for me starting with the third one.
I thought the second one was the one I think felt spy movie still because he lost this team. He had to come back in with different people. Like it, I don't know.
He didn't lose his team in that one.
I thought he lost it in this 2, not 3.
He didn't lose it in 2. Remember?
Only one I remember was Ving Rhames being in 2.
He had a small team. It was him and then the Australian helicopter pilot.
His original team. So it was like Luther, Eugene. I'm trying to off my memory right now, but they're like there was a core of his crew, and he didn't have any of them in Mission Impossible 2. They had left, and then same thing the 3. You started seeing him come back, and he started getting his crew back together. So that's kind of how I felt about it. Even though 3 made less money than the first 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I think 4 is when I really started getting into it. But I like the newer ones than I like the first ones. And maybe that's because they just got more money so they can go super stupid and crazy over the top action, scenes kind of things. But let's see. And then Brand said MI3 was the shit when they came out. MI4 was and nothing better than that one. So MI4, so he's got, this is the order. It's 4, 3, 6, 5, 1, 2. So he's got the first 2 in the back end.
Yeah, I like the first 2 because I didn't think he wouldn't have gotten there without it. And as I said, Mission Impossible 3 didn't made the least amount of money.
That's crazy.
10 years from the first one, it made like $70 million less than the first one.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
But I mean, the newer ones got to be making the most money, though, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you have that up now.
Yeah, so 691 for the newest ones. Mission Impossible 2 made almost $550 million.
That's not bad.
Yeah. So that's really good in the year 2000.
Yeah.
And that's not like they haven't changed the money.
Oh, yeah, the budget?
Yeah, so the budget was the first one was $80 million, made $457 million. The budget for the second one was $125 million, made $546, whatever. 150 for the 3, made $398. Ghost Protocol budget was $145, made $694.
Damn.
Ghost Protocol was really good.
Yeah.
Rogue Nation budget was $150 million, made $682. And Fallout was $178 million budget, made $791. None of these movies made billions of dollars.
No, they're. I mean, it got better. It looked like there's a small dip, and then it went like really, really good. This next one might come close to a bill. I think because it's really hyped. I think a lot of people are on the Mission Impossible train now. I'm curious what the budget is for this new one is.
It's got to be $200 million.
Because I mean, they're all in that ballpark of right around 140 to 170. I think was the highest. 180.
So yeah. So basically, 3, 4, 5, 6 are between 150 and 178.
Okay, that's not
the
bad.
first two, like, it was only $80 million for the first Mission Impossible, but it was 1996.
Yeah. Damn, really? 96?
Yeah.
96, yep, that was when the first one came out.
Yeah, you feel old now?
I mean, I feel old every morning, so it's okay.
You know, and then Tony's like, I haven't seen any of my movies.
Wow.
Really?
They're fun. They're fun. Yeah. I waited a while to get on. Like I said, I got on number 4, and then I went back in and watched them and stuff like that. They're fun. A lot of good action, pretty good stories, pretty good. Yep. You know, I think you really do connect with some of the characters. So, and then Jorge said, I only like the recent ones, which I think most people do.
I mean, so Mission Impossible 2 only got 57 on a Rotten Tomato meter. The first one it was pretty good. A lot of people didn't like 3, even though it's fine. But the last 4, 5, 6 have been off the chain, off the charts.
Oh yeah, those are the big ones. Those are big ones. So they said he lost his team in 1 and got the disavowed team 2 with the other rogue spy. Oh
yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I like it. I'm pretty hyped for this next one. We're gonna enjoy it. So the big trailer was the stunt. Like they did a whole little mini documentary video of just that one stunt. So I was like, damn, like this is gonna be a pretty over the top.
The fact that we saw that last year in July, and still burnt into my brain, into my eyelids, my cornea. I see it with my eyes closed. I still know what it is.
Yeah.
So,
11 months ago, we got the first teaser trailer, which is
wow.
It
only works with something like Mission Impossible. It just wouldn't work with anything else, because when you do it that early, they'll be like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, you gotta have the star, which you do with Tom Cruise, and then you gotta have the franchise, which you do, and then you gotta have either the surrounding cast and big action scene. So I mean, yeah, people are gonna like it. But cool. You guys want to get into? Oh, real quick, he said, Brandon Davis doesn't like. Let's be honest, she looks weird. That's why I don't like her. She has like a sad, angry face all the time.
Who?
Grumpy
Elizabeth
Cat.
Moss.
Oh,
she's Grumpy Cat.
It's a Grumpy Cat. Yeah. She had a hand in the toe. Yeah, it's Grumpy Cat. She has that Grumpy Cat face. That's funny.
That's good.
All right, you guys ready to talk about Peter Pan?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right. Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Tank Kramer, and with Brian the Grizzly, Brandman Brandon, and we are going to do our movie review of Peter Pan and Wendy, streaming now on Disney Plus. So do we need a synopsis for a story that's older than all of us?
But there hasn't been that many of them. I mean, literally, I looked it up. It's only been 152 Peter Pans. It's crazy. I don't know. So maybe we don't know exactly how it's going to go.
Yeah. I mean, this one keeps more to the traditional Peter Pan story rather than something like Hook. Hook is kind of a little bit different. So this keeps the traditional Peter Pan. So I don't think we need a synopsis if you don't know what Peter Pan is.
It anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Get you guys.
Go for it, man.
Synopsis. Wendy Darling, a young girl looking to avoid boarding school, meets Peter Pan, a boy who refuses to grow up. Wendy and her brothers and Tinkerbell travel with Peter to the magical world of Neverland, where she encounters an evil pirate captain. Dun, dun, dun. That's it.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll get into the good stuff. Then we'll get into some of our dislikes, and then we'll end it with our review or our rating, and then with some on Tomatoes as well. So we'll start with some of the good stuff. What you guys liked about this movie? Who wants to go first?
Go ahead, Brandon.
You want to go for it?
Like the cinematography. I like the way that it was shot. especially like the Neverland landscapes. I thought that it was pretty well acted. Jude Law obviously is good in pretty much everything he's in. I thought the kid actors did a pretty good job.
Mm-hmm.
I like that it wasn't necessarily, and I know that I was talking about this earlier with Disney remakes. It wasn't just a shot-for-shot remake of the original. They did add a couple new elements to it. Excuse me, which was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say those were my main things that really stuck out for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I like the idea of like she was morally like she's developing, and you see her as a preteen, as a kid trying to become this preteen, and you see her like trying to decide, am I going to be a kid or am I going to grow up a little bit? And seeing that development, in kids, I see it in my children all the time. I thought I enjoyed that because she's emotional. It's morality. It's how to be a kid but not to lose your imagination. You don't want to lose that part of yourself, but still being able to grow up to understand that you need both parts. I thought that was kind of the main theme that was that you can grow up and enjoy the path of growing up, along with still holding on to some of your kidness and your imagination, and having both of them. So I thought that was pretty cool. I like that they had boys and girls as the Lost Boys.
Yeah,
I like the fact that how they kind of shaped Hook and Peter Pan like as best friends.
Yeah,
and it shows Peter Pan is really the villain. Peter Pan's the villain, guys. Know that. That's the truth. He's the boogeyman.
My girlfriend's been saying that for years. Like, oh, he's the real villain of the story.
He's the boogeyman. He comes at nighttime and takes the kids off to this wonderful world where they get to not eat, not have clothes on, and they don't take care of him. He's like a deadbeat dad. He's terrible. He's the worst.
Yeah.
They fight pirates. He's out playing around. He's the worst. But I enjoy that they showed it that way though.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Tinkerbell thing was kind of cool too. So those are the things I enjoyed about the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Most of the casting I thought was pretty on point. Jude Law as Hook, like, looked great, and I was worried, like, is it gonna be bad? I thought he really knocked that out of the park. Like, he played Hook really, really well. Yeah. But even like Jim Gaffigan as Mr. Smee, like, I enjoyed that. Like, he was just the dude looks like Mr. Smee in real life anyway. So there's like, here's some pirate clothes, So I enjoyed that.
No need. I got them in my closet.
Yeah. The one that threw me off was Alan Tudyk. Was the dad, was Mr. Darling. And at first,
I thought it was a joke.
Well, when at first I'm like, is that Alan Tudyk? And then I'm like, what? And then then the second time he came on screen, I'm like, holy shit, it is. So I thought it was kind of like funny. But I mean, so many people obviously lost their mind because of Tinkerbell. They race swapped Tinkerbell, and I thought she did great. What was her name? There you go. Thank you. So I don't have to murder her.
I love her from Blackish and Grownish. I love her.
Mm-hmm. I thought she did great. I thought she looked the part. I thought she was really good. In the green dress. And the wings in the background. I thought it was great. So I was cool with her. And then even the kids. The only one. I mean, I don't want to get too much into it. But I didn't mind Alexander Maloney was Peter Pan.
Yeah.
But there was times I liked him and there's times I didn't like him. So he's kind of like an in between kind of because there's times I'm like, oh, that's very much like a Peter Pan thing, and then he does other things. I'm like, oh, you're annoying, and it wasn't the character. I don't know if it was like his voice. Maybe it sounds mean, but you know, he was the kind of like flip flop for me. But yeah, I thought the characters were great. The actors were great. The cinematography was most of the time pretty good. I had some issues with that, which I'll talk about soon. But yeah, like you said, the Brian, though, that was my biggest thing. Is like they didn't steer away from telling that Peter Pan isn't the best kind of guy. You know what I mean? Like I think when you're younger, you have those like, you know, member berries kind of run into your head. They're like, oh yeah, Peter Pan's a badass. He like lets you play all the time, and you're like, oh no, he's kind of an a-hole. You know,
takes kids out from their room in the middle of the night. Don't leave notes. At least when Hook did it, he left a note. Peter Pan just does it. Just takes the kids and you don't feed them. Don't let them get. There's no way back. There's nothing. It's just nothing.
Right. Yeah. So, but yeah, that my favorite part of the movie though was the connection of Captain Hook and Peter Pan, like their backstory and their relationship. Really, you know, I thought was really interesting. You know, and to me, that was all Jude Law too. You know, at the end, they have their big moment of figuring each other out, and I thought Peter Pan's actor did a good job. But that moment was sold because of Jude Law. Like Jude Law was like, "Oh damn, okay," you know, you get the emotion behind that whole thing. So, yeah, Jude Law really crushed it for me. Any other good things before we move on to some of the bads, the dislikes? No,
nope.
Got nothing. Got nothing. All right, what you got, Brandon, for some of the dislikes? What didn't you like about this movie?
Even though I've watched this several times, it was hard to entirely get a read on it because I still can't decide if I liked the movie or not. There, like I said, there were elements of it that I definitely did like, but after the first time I watched it, like I said, I went back later and rewatched it, and just there were parts of it that were just really kind of meh for me for the most part. It like just kind of watching it, I didn't get like, it didn't have like a wow factor to me.
Yeah.
Or anything that really kind of blew me out of the water. And I guess you could kind of say that's the director's style. David Lowery, he did one of the other remakes from Disney that I actually liked, which was Pete's Dragon. He did that. He also did
the Green Knight.
The Green Knight.
Which I don't like at all. And I love King Arthur stories.
Yeah, he's a very kind of nuanced, like kind of subtle director, and he was especially subtle here. But it was so subtle to the point where a lot of it kind of felt flat. Yeah. That's my thing, you know, and it was so flat that, like I said, I can't get a read on it. I can't decide. I can't say that if I liked it or not, because still to this day I can't decide. It just kind of left me like with a very blank feeling when it ended both times.
Yeah, man, that's probably the best for it's kind of for me too. It's like blank, like it ended and you're like, okay, like I don't know, but what you got, Brian? What didn't you like about it?
I felt like the child acting wasn't very equal. Like it was very all over the place. There's some really good ones and some that were like terrible. And like you could have done a better. You say the casting was good. I think the casting was uneven. Like, was it Ever Anderson? I could see her as Wendy, but Alexander Maloney, I didn't like him that much as Peter Pan. I didn't like it. Just none of it was made perfect sense. Like they didn't seem like they deserved to be on the screen together. Like one who's a little bit more polished than the other. Like there's some people like, you know, Yara Shahidi, like she didn't have any speaking parts, but you could tell her acting ability was coming through the screen the entire time. I could understand it. And then there are other people that are talking the entire time, and I'm like, I don't believe anything that you're saying. And then the Tiger Lily thing was they could have done more with that. They didn't. You know, they didn't explain crap. Why call him her little brother? Like they could have done more with it, and they just didn't. And it's I think it just was not put together as well as it should have been. It could have been better put together. But it's a Disney Plus movie, so I give it that.
Yeah, which I wonder if that's what they saw the movie. They're like, shit. Well, we can't undo the entire movie, so let's just put it on Disney Plus and make that like, oh look, hey, be a member, you get a movie, you know. But I think Disney Plus is the better option because I think they would have lost a lot of money. You know, I mean, they might have still lost a lot of money too, but I don't know if people are hitting the subscribe button on Disney Plus just for this. You know, maybe a few people, but I can't see that many people. But yeah, being the acting being uneven, like you said, was probably, you know, because like I said, the ending part where Peter Pan and Hook are talking, that was all Hook. That was all Jude Law. You know, being a great actor that he is, you know, versus this kid who I never heard of. I don't even know what he's been in, you know. But
it's not like just because you're a kid, you can't be with great actors too. So like,
yeah,
there are a lot of things that we've seen, you know, where these brand new actors are just have the chops, they have the character, they're able to hold their own with these great people around them.
Yeah.
It just wasn't it here. You know, it wasn't. He just seemed out of place.
Yeah. But you say there were times where he was like good, you know, like I don't know if he focused more of his effort on certain parts, you know, but then there's other times where you're like, oh, okay, yeah, you're a kid that doesn't have that much acting experience, you know. So I don't, you know, no, you know, trash talking the actor himself, but he's young, like you said, you know, you're putting somebody this is probably like one of their first major film next to Jude Law. I was like, what? Like, that's insane, you know? So
here's my explanation. Like, so like in Harry Potter, the first Harry Potter, we're putting these brand new kids up with these unbelievable, like some of the greatest British actors of all time, right? But they were able to hold their own. It was well thought out. They were strong enough to do that. It seems like he was almost out of place when you have these great actors there too.
Yeah.
So and just maybe he just wasn't ready, or you know, you had to have other actors like him to bring more out of him. But
it could have been the director too. You know, like the director, you got to be able to make your actors kind of pull the performance sometimes out of them. You know, and with a newer actor, sometimes you need to do that. So, and then obviously, you know, this director, like Brandon says, sometimes he plays very flat, you know. Like the Green Knight, for me, I was super hyped for the Green Knight. I was so hyped for it, and I watched it and I was angry because I was like, this is one of the coolest, you know, Arthur stories, and I hate it, you know. So, but you know, like hopefully, you know, he gets better and stuff like that. But I mean, also like, one thing for me too was like, it was very like not boring, but flat. But then there was times where you're like, oh, it's trying to be cartoony, you know, like when the crocodile first tries to get Captain Hook, you know, and he's on the head and he jumps up and now he's like, you know, doing, you know, the split on his mouth. It was like, oh, okay, it's trying to be goofy too, but there just wasn't enough of that, and I think you needed more of that Disney in this, and this was too serious and too a little dark at times, you know, and it's literally dark at times. There was parts in this movie where I'm like, is it my TV?
What's going on? Yeah.
Or is it how it's shot like that? You know, where they're in the cave or wherever the Lost Boys hide out. I'm like, it was so dark. I'm like, what's going on? You know, so yeah. So it actually being, you know, dark in the you know, the setting of it, but also dark in like some of the scenes, like what's going on. But then it cuts to like the picture of like on the Skull Island, Skull Rock or whatever, and that was cool. You know, the ship floating in the sky looked amazing. So I was like, how do you have some of these cool shots, and then you go into like the hideout and you could barely make out their faces, you know? So it was a little frustrating with that as well, you know, with amazing shots and then super dark shots. I was like, what are we doing? But yeah, it just, like you said, it just kind of came out and I was just like blank. Like,
Yeah.
not sure how to feel about this, because there were parts that I did like, and some of the performances I really liked, and then like the whole Tiger Lily part, I was like, what's going on? Like, I don't get it. So yeah, I don't know about that, but also, like, they didn't focus enough on the Lost Boys. The Lost Boys are a big part of the Peter Pan story. And even in this movie, they tell you, like, oh, it's important to have your friends, blah, 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 this and that. It was like, and none of it focuses on the Lost Boys. Like, what are you talking about?
Gloss over that whole thing.
Yeah. And I know maybe it's just me being, a boomer at this point, but it's hard for me not to compare a Peter Pan movie to Hook. Because to me, Hook, maybe it's because of my childhood or whatever, but the Hook had such a great story, and the Lost Boys were important. Captain Hook was important. Shmi was important. Like, all the characters were important to the story, where this was just Wendy, Hook, and Peter. No one else mattered. In the
middle of the movie, I just wanted to go, Rufio.
I know. It would go like this, like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but anything else, guys, before we get into the ratings? Good or bad? Anything we forgot?
Like I said, I'm still not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm legitimately. Usually, it's kind of easy for me to kind of formulate a decision about a movie, but I still can't decide if I liked it or not, even after several watches.
Yeah, I totally understand. So it's gonna be interesting.
I know what to rate.
You know what
I
you're.
got it.
All right, so let's move on to the ratings. So here at Spoiler Kings, we do things a little simple, nice and easy. Now, later, never. Now means you gotta check it out right now. It's worth it. Don't get spoiled. Later means you can wait till you have some free time and throw it on in the background. And never means just skip it. It is not worth your time at all. So Brian, since you sound so sure, we'll start with you, and then Brandon, then I'll go. What you got, Brian? What you rating it?
It's a later. This is a later. This is not anything you have to watch right now. It's something that you watch while you're doing something. So if you're cooking, or if you're cleaning, or you're doing homework, it's something that you can put on during that, because you don't have to pay too much attention to it, because you know the story. As I said, there's 152 different versions of it. There's some problems with it, but if you're not paying attention to it for like the movie, the cinema aspect of it, then you'll get past it. So, like, literally, this is a later. This is when you doing something and you need something else like white noise to be on. I might watch it tonight, to go to sleep. It'll just be background noise. It's what it is. It's a background noise movie. It's a later.
Yeah. All right. You know what you got, Brandon? Or you want to wait?
I'd have to agree and say later. Like I said, I didn't like it enough to give it a now, and I didn't dislike it enough to give it a never. So really, you could use it as like it's very much a background noise type movie. It might have trouble hooking you in, so yeah, you could use it as background noise, or like as ASMR when you're trying to sleep. I'm probably going to use it as ASMR tonight when I go to sleep.
With it,
So I'd give it a later.
Yeah. And I'm right there with you guys too. It's definitely not a now by any means. It was really kind of riding the line for a never at certain points. But visually, I would give it, so like watching now, because I thought visually it looked really cool for most of the movie. So I would give it a later. Like I said, throw it on. You could be doing the dishes, and have it on and look up every so often and like, oh, hey, that's cool, that's going on.
It won't feel like you missed out on something.
Yeah. So but the Rotten Tomato score, whoo, man. So the tomato meter, which is the critics, 106 reviews from the critics, 67%. So I'm like, okay, I got it. The audience, there's over 2,500 ratings, 18%.
Wow.
18%. So the way, Brandon, how you feel, I think a lot of the audience feels exactly the same, because they are not liking it at all. Like it's bad. It's bad.
I wonder like how much it has to do with the actual telling of the story and how much it has to do with, you know, they're just different characters, and you know they race swapped some characters. It's just different. So I wonder how that would affected the low score.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I'm not seeing anybody like a lot of the ones I'm looking at right now. It's not because of like the race swap or anything. They're just like they tried too hard. You know, somebody's like it was flat. I mean, I'm paraphrasing. You know, boring. You know, just not entertaining. You know, so yeah. So yeah, just somebody said terrible. This is not Peter Pan. I mean, he needed to be more over the top. I think, you know, he needed to act more like a kid, and he didn't act like a kid. You know, he needed to be somebody stuck at the age of.
Can you imagine
12.
a kid being 50 years old all the time? How does that change it? If you have unlimited powers, unlimited everything.
Yeah,
you do whatever you want. How arrogant would you be?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and they showed parts of it. You know, they showed parts of it, and they just never really dove into that craziness of what Peter Pan is, you know, which is like an arrogant, cocky, somebody who thinks they're going to live forever kind of character, you know, and they missed it a little bit. But a lot of people are not. 16% out of 2,500 reviews. That's probably one of the lowest ones I've seen since. I think that's probably one of the lowest ones since we've been doing reviews.
Yeah, it is.
So, you know, but the audience 67, which is more where I'm maybe somewhere closer to that, maybe a little lower than. But yeah, 18. Whew, boy. Yeah. And then obviously it was on Disney Plus, so there's no box office numbers on it. One last thing though for me was I was kind of upset, especially with Alan Tudyk, was they didn't do the line. They're like, "Poor Nana, poor father." You know, it was like, you know, like that didn't happen, and I was kind of expecting that because for me that's like a memorable line from the first one, you know, because he gets so angry, you know, and he didn't do that in this one. He was just like, "What are we doing? Give me the sticks. Go to bed." It was just like, and that's Alan Tudyk. Like the dude is like, let him kind of be goofy a little bit and over the top and flip over 5 tables and shit, and you know, be mad at the dog. You know, it's like, I don't know. But you guys got anything else before I get some of these comments real quick?
Pretty much it on my end.
Yeah,
I don't like how they wasted Tiger Lily. Didn't explain her place there. I still to this day have no clue why she was there.
Yeah, who she was.
I mean, don't get me wrong, she's cute, so I didn't have a problem with her being there. I just didn't know why she was there. Like, what was her importance?
Yeah, exactly. So Derpy got a few one. So my only complaint for Peter Pan remake is it was made in 1953. The Jungle Book was made in 1967. It should have gotten the Jungle Book treatment in theaters, not Disney Plus. I don't think this would have made any money, man. I don't think it would have made any money. And he, you know, Derpy said he loved this remake. For someone that loved the original, I actually love this version or vision. Sorry. Yeah, because of the creative changes for the film, which I didn't mind the creative changes of it. I think. But it just lost what it really is, which is, you know, I mean, it's still a kid's story. I love Peter Pan and Wendy. There you go. And then the horror geek. The movie was always set to be on Disney Plus, which I remember that. But I think if it was a good movie, they would have like, and let's move it over to theaters. But like if this was coming, like if was it Red the Panda one. The Turning Red. If Turning Red or Encanto was like coming out now, they would be like, all right, no, we're definitely going theaters. Yep. You know, but I think they didn't have any faith in this movie. I really don't think so. In 2020, they considered giving a theatrical release, but the pandemic happened. Yeah, so yeah, they still could have, but I think they didn't trust it. That's what I think.
That's a good reason. I mean, I wouldn't trust it either.
Exactly. But yeah, that's about it, man. We just kind of flat, just it's not boring, but just not what we expected.
Big. I thought it was gonna be a really big, good movie, and it was just my kids were watching it. They're like, okay, and when it ended, they just ran off and they went playing. Like it didn't change anything. We didn't have to talk about anything. They was like, okay,
turn the channel. Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is, but I think we're gonna leave that one there for the Peter Pan review, Peter Pan and Wendy review. But leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought about it. Are you closer to the critics with the 67%, or are you closer to the audience score of the 18%, or was it 16%, whatever it was, super low? But leave a comment. Let us know what you thought about Peter Pan and Wendy, and then hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button as well. And go back and check out some of our other reviews. We just did a few other scary ones, which was kind of cool. So, but check that out. But we are going to talk about some other stuff. So if you're live, stick around. And if you watched on replay, thank you. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys in the next video. All right. Yeah, I want to kind of move on. Like, I don't think we lost a bunch of viewers. Yeah. People are like, this one sucks.
I mean, because that's what it was. It is what it is.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, I have to go get a glass of water. Give me 1 second, guys.
Yeah, go for it. So I was thinking, like, we'll just watch Transformers Hunger Games and then see how long that goes and try to be done in a half an hour.
Yeah. Getting tired of to get up early in the morning.
Yeah. So we'll probably do Hunger Games, and then we'll see what time it is, and then we'll do Transformers, because we've done a Transformers trailer reaction already.
Yeah,
the Hunger Games.
Yeah, and I have not watched the Hunger Games trailer yet. Actually,
I don't think I did either.
Yeah,
I saw pictures. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Oh, the one with the Eminem lookalike.
I think that's Snow. I think that's supposed to be Snow.
That's supposed to be Snow looking like Slim Shady?
I think so. Let's see, I have the trailer up right here. I think that's supposed to be Snow. Let's see if I find it. There you go. That's a good picture of him, right?
There was like another picture like that came out months back when the movie was still in the midst of production, where he had like the Eminem buzz cut.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. And he looked like Marshall.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What do you have a Pokemon Scarlet and Violet review though? Man, the last Pokemon game I played, I think, was on my DS. I haven't played any of the new ones on the Switch. So, sorry, man. Although I think we are going to do a Hogwarts Legacy review pretty soon. I don't know how far. I finished the game. I finished Hogwarts. Yeah.
I still got a ways to go. I haven't played in a couple of days, but
with him, yeah.
But yeah.
So I know Elle from House of Nerd. She beat it in like 3 days, 4 days, or something like that, which is like crazy. But she's like a Harry Potter fan and a gamer, so yeah, so she liked it. So, but
yeah, she did it so fast. She was like 3 days. I was like 3 days. You beat the whole thing.
I mean, it's a pretty quick game if you want to go through it. But I put about 75 hours in it. So, yeah, DS had some heavy hitters. DS had some of the best Nintendo games like to come out. Because the Wii was cool, but the Wii was only cool because of
Wii Sports. Move with it, exactly.
Yeah, like you really didn't get anything else out of it, than that. But and then Pokemon the DS.
Pokemon's the DS. It's the best game in DS.
Yeah, I got a few of those, and then all the Mario Karts and all that stuff. I played all the Pokemon games. Damn, all of them.
Gotta catch them all.
Yeah, I still have my Game Boy Pocket.
Really?
Yeah, it still works. Still turns on too. I don't have any games, which part of me wants to find like a a Pokemon Red or Blue, or even the yellow, like for the Game Boy, and just to play it, like old school play it. Like it's not even a color. It's not the color. It's the pocket. So it's still that green and black screen.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, if I find a Game Boy game, I might just pick it up just so I can play it. But yeah, it works.
I see it. I'm gonna grab one for you.
Yeah. But the Pokemon games are they're fun, man. Which one? Well, there's a newer one that came out and people didn't like. They didn't care for it too much, and then something else came out. But yeah. I remember. You guys ever play Pokemon Snap, where you just took the pictures?
I have not.
No, I think that was N64. I was addicted to that. It was such a stupid game because all you're doing is literally you're on like a track almost, and you're just a photographer taking pictures.
Yeah, you are
the Pokemon. Yeah. And then if you do certain things and trigger certain things, like it would evolve or make them move, and I wasted so much time on that stupid game.
Dude, it was released for Nintendo Switch, and my kids
was it?
literally. First of all, it cost like $60.
Of course, yeah.
And my kids just love it, and they play it all the time. They want to play it all the time.
Really? Because it's such a silly concept of like, we're gonna take pictures of Pokemon. It was like, wait, what? But dude, yeah, I spent so much time on the N64 playing that stupid game. Even Stadium came out, and Stadium was fun, but I still preferred Snap. And I don't get it. But I was surprised, like your kids like it. After all these years.
I didn't believe you had that much Pokemon commentary in you guys. Who knew?
Yeah, I know you
never
just
know.
kidding.
You never know.
I'm not a diehard by any means. Like I can, but yeah. When Pokemon Go came out, oh my god, that was the greatest. Like,
everyone lost their damn mind.
Oh, everyone lost their minds. I bought the stupid tracker, so instead of pressing the button on the phone, you just press it and it does it for you. I had it clipped over on my hat, so whenever I saw it flash, so whenever it flashed, I just clicked it really quick.
Okay, guys, Hunger Games.
Yeah, we'll watch this and then we'll see how long it takes, and then if it's too late, we'll just finish it.
Which ones do we have? We have Hunger Games or what?
I got A Haunting in Venice, which is another murder mystery. Twisted Metal, which wasn't the greatest trailer, but if you need to talk about something, Insidious: The Red Door, Transformers, and then Hunger Games.
Let's do Hunger Games, and I want to see Insidious.
Yeah, because I figured we did a Transformers one before.
Yeah,
and then honestly, this Transformer one's makes the last trailer made me less excited to see the stupid movie. I was like, come on, guys. But
one more second.
Yeah, what do you got?
Charmander,
Cyndaquil,
Trico.
I lost.
Loki.
Yeah, after
Loki.
Trico, I lost track of what. Rowlet? Nah. Yeah. Charmander was like the best.
Yeah.
Because then you got to, I remember, I know, you got to, I evolved him really quick in the original, like the red, and you evolve him really quick, and then they don't listen to you. So it's like if your level as a player isn't high enough, and your Pokemon is a higher level, like they just literally don't listen to you. So you like attack, and they're like, he retreats back into the ball. I was like, motherfucker.
I'm smarter than you. It's like AI.
Yeah, but like it did it in the cartoon. I know that much. It did it in the cartoon. I didn't watch the cartoon that much, but yeah, that I was like, you son of a bitch. Listen to me.
You leaving me out here alone? This is terrible.
Yeah. And then I did the trick, how to copy a Pokemon in the original blue and red.
Cheater.
So, yeah. I guess Pikachu and Eevee were also stars in the games.
Some of them.
I think Pikachu, you had to start with Pikachu in yellow, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Oh my God, how long ago was that? Fucking early 90s.
Yeah, this is like 94.
Yeah. Jeez. Man, why this Today Show just wants to make me feel old? Like I already got a neck creak and like I'm like, man, sleeping weird. It's like, and you're old as shit.
Yeah, I already know I'm old, so it's okay. It all works out.
Amateurs.
Oh yeah. He's over here doing backflips in the morning. He goes, wow, watch me lift up this house.
I can do that. I can lift houses.
Yeah. Then you need to take a break the next day, though. Right?
Yeah, I'm definitely taking a break. Why not lift this damn house?
Yeah.
Ash is no longer the main character in the anime. I did not know that.
They retired him in Ash and Pikachu.
What? All right.
Yeah, like recently, was it like this year? I think.
All right, then we can stop talking about it. If there's no Ash and Pikachu, then I'm done. Pikachu, I choose you.
Yeah, couldn't be any worse than the movie where Pikachu's like says "I love you" or something stupid. It's like, don't make him talk.
Pikachu.
Oh, they have a new Pikachu. Really? Just go with a different Pokemon. Why would you go? That's stupid.
All right, let's do this before we lose Brandon. Brandon's like out there watching a rerun of Charmed or something like that. I don't know.
I don't blame you. All right, yeah, let's check it out. Watch this one. We'll call it a night. Oh, hopefully we'll see. I'm getting tired.
Yeah, I'm tired.
All right. What is up, everyone? My name is Sting Kramer with Brian the Grizzly, Brandman Brandon, and we are going to watch the new Hunger Games, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. So this is a prequel to the first trilogy of Hunger Games. So so let's check it out and then let's talk about it. Move that there. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
Nope.
I am honored to introduce to you the creator of the Hunger Games themselves, Dean Casca Highbottom.
I have summoned you all here for the 10th annual reaping ceremony, in which we choose 2 children from each district to fight to the death in the Hunger Games.
From District 12, Lucy Gray Bear.
There has been a change this year. As a mentor, Mr. Snow, your role is to turn these children into spectacles, not survivors.
What does my mentor do besides bring me roses?
I do my best to take care of you.
You really want to take care of me in that arena? Start by thinking I can actually win.
I'm Lucky Flickerman,
First ever host of the Hunger Games.
Enjoy the show.
5, 4,
Enjoy the show.
3, 2.
Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show.
What happens in there? Fueled with the terror of becoming prey. See how quickly we become predator? See how quickly civilization disappears?
There's a natural goodness built into us all. We can step across that line into evil, or not.
You hear that, boy? It's the sound of snow falling.
How wonderful that we all get to be here for someone's final performance.
It's not just about winning.
Everything is about winning.
You monsters! All of you!
It's the things we love most that destroy us.
What do you guys think?
We first talked about this. I wasn't sure I was going to even enjoy watching this trailer. And then as we were watching it, I realized I was just mesmerized by the trailer. like the story was something. I was like, wow, am I just sitting here? And I had to look outside myself for a second. I was like, oh man, we're all sitting here just mesmerized by what we're watching. That tells you it's a good trailer and might be a good concept. And I'm down. I guess I'm going to watch the Hunger Games again. I was done after 3. I was like, man, I'm out.
Yeah,
Peter, this is stupid.
I will, to the day I die, she should have died. She should have died. Been the Jesus of the story, the Messiah and all that stuff. But yeah, I guess that's what happens when it's a YA book. The main character can't die. So I don't know. What about you, Brandon? What do you think about it?
It's an okay trailer. I'm not too invested in Hunger Games, so when I heard they were making this movie, I'm like, I guess.
Yeah.
After the trailer ended, and that was my first time watching the trailer, I think I kind of had the same reaction, like, I guess.
With it, yeah, I don't know. I don't love the Hunger Games. They were entertaining enough.
First one was good. The second one was pretty good. Third one was booty.
I think that contributes to what I'm saying. Like, yeah, Mockingjay wasn't it for me.
Yeah,
but all right. I like the first one. I did like Catching Fire quite a bit.
Yeah. But, I mean, this would be the prequel to Snow's character. It seems interesting because in this one he doesn't. I think that's what pulled me in was like the person who we know who's this like big bad guy who's like,
didn't begin as that.
Yeah, because he seems very different in this one. So I'm kind of interested on what happens. Because especially at the end where they put what's his name's voice. It's like all the things we love the most when I'm killing you or hurting you, whatever he said. And I was like, oh, so I wonder if they're gonna something he's gonna love that's gonna hurt him and blah blah blah. So
and turn him into the monster that he becomes.
Yeah. But Horgeek said, I know some insiders have been hyping up Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbird and Snakes. Okay, I haven't heard too much about it. Well, also I haven't really looked into it too much. It said Horgeek said the only Hunger Games movie I liked was Catching Fire, which was the second one. I didn't mind it. But it was like a part one. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. When it's like a finale, when like the second and third one are more of a part one, part two kind of thing. Matrix did it. The other movies tend to do it as well. Then even though I heard mediocre things about the movie, about the books. Oh yeah,
I heard that the books weren't good at all.
Yeah,
but sometimes you go ahead and get a movie out of it, and it helps you visualize what the writer was trying to get across. And I'm hoping that's what this is. And maybe I'm no longer going to be enthralled by that world. Yeah, that world is dead to me, whatever. But I could watch another movie.
Yeah. We'll see how it starts before it dies.
Yeah.
Oh, and then good. Yeah. Their 4th straight November release. Interesting. Well, I mean, November is a good time, to try to get good numbers. November, December. So
family people they have less to do. Go to the movies and the holidays exactly around Thanksgiving. People are around. Get you a good boost. Imagine Black Adam that wasn't released during the Thanksgiving time.
Well, also like Hunger Games is a young adult kind of book series, so you have to kind of work around that audience. So when our high schoolers not in school, Christmas break, Thanksgiving break and stuff like that, because this comes out. When did it come out? November 17th. That's right before Thanksgiving. Yeah. So they know what they're trying to do. So that does make sense.
Yeah, those young people like Brandon, man, they need to have time off of school and doing their stuff. So
yeah, go hang out with their fellow classmates,
fellow young people.
Yeah, yeah. More of a battle royale fan when it comes to a teenager death game. Yeah,
How the Hunger Games was.
That's the original battle royale from, and then all the video games took it. But
I'm more of a celebrity deathmatch guy, so this is me.
Love celebrity deathmatch.
Yeah,
Love celebrity deathmatch.
Yeah, they bring that back. Where's the live action of that?
Do live action.
I'd be game for a live. I'd be good with a clay animated theatrical release. Just super violent. Just give me 2 hours of celebrity deathmatch on screen. Just clay animated celebrities beating the hell out of each other.
Like the original Hunger Games. But it looks good. You know, I'm very, sucked in because the trailer looked pretty. I'll give it that. Out of anything, is like it looked really, really pretty. It looked really interesting.
It's got Viola Davis and Peter Dinklage, so that'll probably that'll be enough for me to get a ticket.
Yeah. I mean, even like stuff like I had it. Like old school.
Yeah.
TV monitors and all that stuff. Yeah.
They got President Snow looking like Eminem when he shaves his head.
I was trying to see is that him or is that a different character there?
That gotta be him.
Like early, like him doing the games or something like that.
Could be.
I don't know. But yeah, I'm interested in it. Oh, not that one. Hell sucks. But the book Battle Royale, which put Japan high school students that are classmates in a death game. Really? Oh, it came out in the 90s? Okay. I'll check that one out.
I'm all for that. Let's do it.
I'm all for kids killing each other. Nah, I mean, that's what the Hunger Games is, and people freaking love the hell out of that. Let's watch the little girl that we all love die.
Kill everybody. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I was thinking Ro, right? Yeah. Rue.
Yeah. That was sad.
Yeah. Right off the bat, we're like, oh, we're gonna rip out your heart, and we're not gonna let off. We're just gonna keep going. But cool, man. Anything else on this trailer?
No. The world might be kind of over for me, but I still give the movie a chance.
Same. I'll probably be there sometime in December, Thanksgiving. So we'll see. Cool, but that's it for the Hunger Games, the prequel, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Did you like it? Is it interested? Are you over it? Brian's like, you're like, the world's dead. That universe is dead. So why do I care? Or does this kind of bring you back into it all? But leave a comment. Let us know what you think about this trailer. And hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. We're on our way to 1,000. So we're going to be announcing our giveaways. Yes, giveaways. Multiple giveaways for the 1,000 subscriber contest that should be coming up as soon as we hit that milestone. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and share with your family, friends, loved ones. Come check us out and come be part of the show live every Monday and Thursday. But cool, that is it. If you're watching live, stick around. We're gonna talk about some other stuff. If you're watching our replay, appreciate you guys, and let's move on to the next topic. I'm
I'm burnt out, guys.
Yep, same here, man. Almost midnight. Today was such a freaking long day at work, man.
I told you I got up at 4 a.m. So I'm like,
oh
super
yeah.
done.
Yeah,
work definitely kept me on my feet.
Yeah. I bought a new pillow for my neck.
Good.
So I'm gonna see if it works. So I'm
gonna get up there and Luke is gonna be on it. Like, what's up?
Oh no, man! We kicked him to the playpen. So we brought the playpen into the bedroom. So he sleeps down there at the feet. Nah. So yeah. So he should be going into the crib pretty soon. Yeah, I was tired of getting kicked in the face every night. Next topic, Digimon. Ooh, don't get me started with Digimon.
Don't do it.
That was hot take. I like Digimon better than Pokemon. That first 2 seasons or whatever, like while they were still in the Digi world, that was awesome. That was so cool, man. That was so cool. Once they went into the real world, it got less, not as cool. Or they can go in and out of the real world and the digital world. Like when they were stuck in the digital world for what was that, like 1 or 2 seasons? That was awesome. Digimon Tamers was the best version. The Depressed being the main villain was so good. Oh, Depression. See, I don't think I watched that one. Oh, yeah, check that one out. Yeah, Digimon was cool. I thought the characters, like the actual monster things, were cooler.
Nah, I mean, nothing's better than Pikachu.
Nah, man, Pikachu was so. He was cute, but he wasn't. I don't know.
Dude, it took like 8 years for people not to like Pikachu.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't care for him right off the bat. I'm like, you care about this little rabbit? There's a fucking dragon. You can have a dragon. Why do you care about this electric rabbit? Get out of here.
Because it's like the Energizer Bunny. It keeps on going and going and going.
I guess. Yeah. So, but freaking chill.
Yep.
That's funny. Yeah, man. All right. Let's get out of here, guys. I'm tired. I know you guys are tired.
Yeah,
Pikachu's a mouse.
I was gonna say squirrel.
Squirrel. See, the mouse is even smaller. It was like, so you can have a rat or you can have a dragon. You pick.
Yeah, with the dragon, you see the dragon coming. You might not see the mouse coming.
So what? The dragon spits fire. Like it flies. It got like what? Like nah.
Oh yeah, just get eaten by another dragon. You're good. Trust me, it happens.
It happens. I seen it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, so we'll be back Thursday with some more stuff. Hopefully, me and Brandon watch SISU pretty soon. But yeah, I do want to see that. I'm super psyched about
it's worth seeing, and it's really fast. And clearly, you think John Wick 4 is violent?
And he's killing Nazis. So it's okay to cheer.
Like, yay!
Yeah. But cool. Let's get out of here. Appreciate everyone hanging out with us. Chill. Thanks. Horror Geek. Everyone else. Who's that? I know. Viewer Drew, Xavier, Brandon, Tony, Derpy coming in. So, Cineview. Appreciate it. But cool. Let's get out. Anybody else I might have missed? Kevin Davis. Appreciate it. But all right, let's get out of here, Cold Lords. But we'll get out of here. So hopefully this weekend we'll have some more live content at Comic-Con, at Indie Comic-Con. That'll be kind of fun.
Gonna be fun.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that more on Thursday. But let's get out of here. Appreciate everyone. We will see you guys on Thursday. Later.
Thanks, guys.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.